Why, hello. Jacob here. And today, let's go ahead and break down the Week 5 Minnesota Vikings preview. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, first and foremost, excuse me, I am coming off of a cold, so my voice is going to be a little all over the place here, but unfortunately it's that time of year. So, but yeah. Let's go ahead and kind of break this down a little bit. So, the Minnesota Vikings will be hosting the Chicago Bears Sunday at noon. And, all indications are this game should be a blowout for the Vikings. Will that happen? We're Vikings fans, we know that usually never does. Because either time management or just Vikings or coaching staff or whatever you want to say. But yeah. Needless to say, it's going to be an interesting matchup here because, well, Justin Fields really hasn't been lighting the world on fire this year. Let's just put it that way. Oh boy. Let's just say Bears fans might already be done with Fields. And, well, not going to say too much more there, but let's just say that so far things aren't going the way the Bears fans wanted, and the Bears organization might fall into the same thing with the Vikings curse, at least until the McCaskies basically give up ownership. I mean, because right now this is looking a lot more like the same old Bears from the last few seasons. Granted, that's the same Bears team that has also beaten us a few times as well, so, we can't take anything lightly. But yeah. Obviously, let's just go ahead and kind of break down a couple of key points here. Point number one being our defensive line going up against their offensive line. Because, well, their offensive line hasn't necessarily been that great. And, poor Justin Fields is basically running around like a chicken with his head chopped off, heave-hoeing it to Darnell Mooney pretty much every other play. Again, it's like Matt Nagy never left. But hey, I mean, credit where credit is due. Justin Fields is an NFL quarterback. I mean, they do have some good weapons there. I mean, David Montgomery might not be in, but Khalil Herbert, he's stepping up and stepping in pretty bigly here. So who knows? He could potentially be one of the bigger pieces moving forward here. But man, they really need to work on that offense. Like, whew. Yeah, you're not really giving Justin Fields a whole lot of help there when your number one receiver outside of Mooney is like Dante Pettis, who's a good receiver, don't get me wrong, but you're also relying on guys like Amir Smith-Marset, who, I mean, he was good with us, but really, he only showed up during, ironically enough, the Vikings and the Bears games, so. Yeah, I mean, you have Equanimous St. Brown, Cole Kmet, who's turning into a young, reliable tight end, a la like a Kyle Rudolph role, and, yeah, I mean, again, we'll just wait and see there because their offense isn't lighting the world on fire, but to be fair, though, they are 2-2 with a couple of impressive wins, need I mention. And, again, in 2022, the way this NFL season has been going, who the hell knows what's going to freaking happen? I mean, holy crap. To say this has been unpredictable has been an understatement. But hey, I mean, I love a little chaos. Who doesn't? Regardless, though. So, yeah, I mean, the Vikings, they will have their hands full against some speedier receivers who are raw, but can still get the job done if you give them time. So the pass rush has got to be heavy. The secondary, again, I still don't know how I feel about the Donatell defense because it pretty much looks like the exact same defense I've been seeing, just 3-4 instead of 4-3. Whew. But again, I think a lot of Vikings fans are also getting sick of getting burnt like toast every week when we thought the defense was actually, good. Boy, was I fucking wrong. Again, though, it's only week 5, so there's still, chances to recover here, but not liking it so far. Let's just put it that way. And also, I'd like to see where Danielle Hunter is, because he's obviously not on the field. Again, regardless, though, we have to get pressure on Justin Fields is what I'm trying to say here, because if we do, well, I have a feeling turnovers will be aplenty. And now, switching over to the offensive side of things, Dalvin Cook, will he be featured? Will it be a Justin Jefferson feature? Will it be a Thielen Osborne feature? Who knows? And also, can we catch the ball? Please. Good freaking Lord, man. Like, the amount of times I've seen Vikings receivers drop the ball. I mean, case in point, last week, Johnny Munt had a walk-in, at the very least, a walk-in first down. And literally just right through his hands like a wet bar of soap. So we have to catch the ball here, guys. And again, it wasn't even like he was getting, harassed by a linebacker or something like that. I mean, he was wide open. And like I say, that's one of the big things here for me is before you can run with the ball, you need to have the ball. That's been such an issue for so long. Not even just with the Vikings, but just in general, Because again, how are you supposed to run with the ball if you don't have the ball? Anyway. So, yeah, that'll be a big thing is can we work on our hands a little more there? And also Kirk, And again, it's not necessarily like Kirk is throwing up rubber ducks either there. But there's only so much a quarterback can do when you keep getting, when you hit your guys in the hands and it just falls right through like a wet bar of soap again. It's just, what's he supposed to do? But anyway. So, yeah, I'll be curious to see because our offense can bounce back. However, though, their secondary is underrated. I mean, Eddie Jackson is good. We know that. Quinn, Armon Watts' revenge game. I mean, they have some key pieces there. Roquan Smith is going to be a hungry son of a gun looking for a big contract at the end of this year. Whether it be with Chicago or not, who knows? So, again, like I say, I never liked it. This game is not going to be a give-me game. I mean, let's just be honest here because the Vikings should have destroyed the Saints last week. The Vikings destroyed the Packers. We got destroyed by the Eagles, and then we barely beat the Lions, and then barely beat, again, last week, the Saints, who we should have destroyed, as I just said. So who knows? But yeah, it would be nice, though, if the Vikings could just have 1 or 2 games where they just stomp on their opponent's throats and, does the damn thing. It'd be kind of nice to be able to watch a Vikings game and not have a heart attack every 5 minutes or, not have my heart rate jump like 500%. But again, I'm a Vikings fan. So, yeah, that'll pretty much wrap it up there. Oh, and we're also real quick, congratulations to Greg Joseph, who was the NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Yeah, I mean, he was literally he was probably the big reason we even won that game. Let's be honest here. So, yeah, I mean, like I say, it's going to be a big game Sunday because if the Vikings can win on Sunday, we'd be 3-0 in the division already, which is huge going into the end of the season here. And remember, kids, the Packers are now on a roll again. But because of that Week 1 victory, the Vikings basically have their destination in their hands at this point, which, again, I don't know if it's a good thing or not. So, yeah. Well, just wait and see. I mean, that's basically what this whole entire NFL season has been because, wow, there's been some interesting things that have happened. But, so yeah, that'll pretty much wrap up this video. So, until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good day.